If your customer wishes to turn in a vehicle, or if you don't allow vehicle purchase at the end of the lease term, you'll go to the Cash Receipts Activity Center and select Lease Termination. When you locate your contract, you'll notice all the usual tabs: lessee information, account information, notes, alerts, and invoices. You can edit your lessee information, add any notes you need to add, view any alerts or invoices outstanding. And then when you're ready, move to the Lease Termination tab. Here you're going to select Turn In Vehicle, Full Term. Your market value you can zero out because it won't be any different than your residual. So then you've got your residual amount. If you have any fees that are outstanding at this point, you can maintain those fees or waive them if you wish by clicking Maintain Fees, editing the information, and then saving it. In our potential balances section, you'll see the adjusted lease balance. That equals the residual amount. That is what is due by the customer at the end of the lease. That's taxable at this point because this dealer was set up to tax payments or the payment balance. There is a disposition fee of $250. There are no other outstanding fees, so the total or subtotal is $1,750 plus the tax. So $1,843.75 is what is due at the end of this termination. I'm going to say that we are restocking this vehicle. We're going to lease it again. So I will put in the mileage and then the condition of the vehicle. Now, at this point, before I can move forward, I have to create a pending termination status. And what this is going to do is pull this lease out of my active notes section or records and tell the system that we're about to terminate it. The system will no longer allow payments to be taken on this contract, so we'll be ready to terminate. Now, I also have the ability to create a termination quote. So if the customer was ready to turn this in but couldn't do it for another 30 days, I could create a future termination quote, future date my calendar date, click select. And what the system does is it creates a snapshot view of the balances and any fees that are owed through the date selected. If the customer wants a detailed itemization of that quote, I can print that out and give it to them. Otherwise, I'll close and I'll continue. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and create our pending termination. Now you see I've got my $1,373.16, which is the balance and the fees. So now what I can do is restock my vehicle, and I say balance minus fees because it took the system took the security deposit and applied it to our outstanding balances. So $1,373.16 is now the final amount due. That's what the customer is going to have to pay today to turn in this lease. I'm going to restock my vehicle. Say yes, I want to turn it in. I'm going to put the mileage as of today. And you can fill out any other information that you need to fill out at this point. I'll click save, give it a stock number. Now that vehicle has been restocked. I'm going to go ahead and apply any monies that I get from the customer. Now, I'm going to say they're going to give me everything they owe. That may not be the case. You may have a loss at the time of termination that you have to direct to your appropriate GL account. But I'm going to go ahead and say I'm getting everything in full. I'm going to apply the $250 disposition fee and the $1,123.16. I'm going to say that was a cash payment When I commit apply, it's going to ask me how I'm depositing in this money. I'll just say I got cash. If you got check, took a credit card payment, you would select those options. I don't need to print a receipt. Now I've completed my termination worksheet and I'm ready to finalize the termination. So I'm going to come over and click finalize. I don't need to print a receipt. Industry standards tell us to say yes, this is a cash termination. I'm paying off the balance for $0 and I'm going to put in my missing account. Your GL accounts will be mapped appropriately. And then we'll click OK or finish. Yes, the balance has been paid off. I've completed my full term lease termination without purchase. Now I can exit the activity, search for the next contract, or continue with this contract.